Hi there. Thank you for watching Wasilla Middle School News. I'm Everest Pierce.
And I'm Ruth Mervold. We will get to the stories in just a minute, but first we go to Dylan Ecker, who will lead us in the pledge. Dylan?
Thanks, Ruth. Would you please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Dylan. Now let's get to our AccuWeather Center for a first look at the weather. Our chief meteorologist, Tyler Bartman, is in the field. Tyler, how's the weather?
Are you stuck on a homework problem or don't understand an assignment? Live Homework Help is free service offered to provide direct help to K-12 students. This is a helpful tool available to students online at /sled.alaska.edu/homework.
It's time for the annual Arctic Winter Games. On March 15th, Fairbanks will host the largest international sporting convention for youth in the North. Over 300 young Alaskan athletes competing in 20 different sports will represent Team Alaska at the Games. Now is the time to join Team Alaska, represent our great state, and experience the magic of the Arctic Winter Games.
Information on how to try out for Team Alaska can be found at www.teamalaska.org. Getting dressed in the morning can be difficult sometimes, especially when you have to take WMS's dress code into consideration. WMSN Neva Romines is here to break down the wardrobe do's and don'ts to make your job a little bit easier.
Thanks, Everest. There's been some confusion as to what the dress code applies to. WMSN has decided to get to the bottom of it. I went and asked Ms. Pridgeon to explain the dress code and teachers and students their opinions on the dress code, and here's what they had to say.
Okay, so we're just wondering what triggered the change in the dress code this year.
Well, if you look in your agenda, and it happens to be on page 8, and it wraps up to page 9, the reason why we made changes to the clothing policy is because fashion started changing, and young girls were wearing leggings more and more, but the material is really controversial.
I would have uniforms for all students.
What do you think the uniform should look like?
White top and black bottoms, whether it's a skirt or pants. Boys, same thing, black pants and a red or white shirt, polo shirt maybe.
What do you think about the dress code this year?
I like to see kids dress modestly at this age. The whole more is more applies to this year's dress code, and I like it.
While the faculty members like the new clothing policy, not everyone agrees with the new changes.
What do you think about the dress code this year?
I think it's very unreasonable.
Like it or not, that's WMS's policy for the rest of the year.
Now, let's head back to Tyler Bartman for one last look at the weather. Tyler, how's it looking out there? Tyler?
And finally, tomorrow is Miss Bueller's birthday. She will be... Make sure to wish her a happy birthday before you go home today. Well, that is it for today's edition of WMSN. I'm Everest Pierce. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Ruth Mervold. Have a fantastic day.
The largest international sporting competition.
For one was...
Action!